What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our Morena Terrace Project. Got a couple updates for you today. We've got light fixtures going in. We got paint is like 95% of the way done. We've got spindles in for the hand railings upstairs and a pretty cool lighting feature. I want to see what you guys think. So let's go for a quick tour and we'll start right here where we usually do, in the kitchen. So we've got the pendant lights up, and mind you, I know you've heard me gripe about dirty job sites in the past, but right now with them opening all the boxes for outlets, for light fixtures, for everything, we've kind of got a bit of a mess on the floor. This will be all cleaned up as soon as we get the fixtures finished up tomorrow. We've got the fixture that's going to be above the dining room table here. There's still glass bulbs that go below it. We've got to pick up the actual light bulbs for those. And take a quick walk over through here into the powder room. We've got that same color fixture kind of going throughout the house except for two places. And the two places for those are going to be in the grate room for the ceiling fan and for the chandelier. So real quick, I'm going to show you the feature. It's going to be a little bit dark in here to begin with, just so you can kind of see this accent. But let me know what you think about this stair light feature that we did. So you see we did pathway lighting up through the wall, and I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, but it looks really good in person. And that's why I turned all the other lights off kind of around here, so you know those lights carry you down through. And so you have all the other lights off in the house, and you'd have great light coming up through here. So yeah, let me know what you think about that lighting feature, and then real quick, I'm gonna, like magic, turn on all the lights in the house so we can go for the rest of the tour. So I will catch right back up with you in a minute. Just like magic, we have lights on in the house. So, you know, I mentioned that one of the fixtures we have that are different color than that gold is this beautiful ceiling fan. And, you know, kind of, I don't know, again, kind of like the pathway lighting, if the camera will do it justice. But this thing looks awesome in here. The color looks good. It's got like a rustic feel to it. And it's a huge spread. And in a room this tall and this wide, it really makes sense to do big ceiling fans. You don't want to have 18-foot tall ceilings, in a 20 by 20 room and put like a 60-inch ceiling fan. It'll look tiny, it won't move enough air, and it's just, no thank you. This big guy, I think it's an 84 if memory serves right, did the same size fan in the last spec house that we did, which had a very similar sized room, and it worked out perfect. Great air movement, and it looked great in the space. And since your last visit out, we have some changes to the stairs. We've got all of our spindles are in, finally. And, we've kind of griped a little bit about this, but, we still have, now our painters have to come back and do, since the stair guy hadn't put in the bull noses here, painters have to come back and stain that. We've got our spindles coming up through here. And all of our spindles are done all the way through the catwalk. And our painters were able to pre-stain almost all of the bullnose. It's upstairs, except for we had one piece that was missing. So they've got to come back, and what they'll do, these little bottom caps, you can slide these right up. So we can tape them up, and the guys can stain it, so it'll be all the way in. And we come back down, and then those will get fastened in. They've got a set screw that attaches to the actual spindle that will keep them from moving. So that's a look of how big that fan is from looking upstairs. The powder room up here, same thing, we're just waiting on, we gotta grab light bulbs. I'll probably stop tonight and grab them, but that same style fixture going in. And then we've got the mirror sitting here, so We're gonna do all the mirrors in the smaller bathrooms and all like the toilet paper holders, door stops, towel holders, and all that we'll be getting to later this week. And getting those all set up, and that way when the client moves in, they're not putting those, having to mess with putting those little like final details in. They'll just all be done for them when they move in. So the last fixture to show you is this thing. And this thing is rather large. And all of these, you get into these big chandeliers, and sometimes you get a basket of parts and sometimes you get them completely assembled. This one did not come assembled. All these little crystals, all individual, had to be installed. And then we still have all of these bags are all like little crystal cups. And then inside each one of these little, I don't want to open them, and my electrician will be mad at me, but these are all little crystals that still have to be installed. And there's there's 4 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 24 crystals per bag. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 bags of crystals that still have to be hung, in addition to all of the crystal cups that have to go on, in addition to all of the crystals that have already been hung on the fixture. But I think it's going to be, the perfect fixture for the space. I think it's going to look amazing once it's up there. Client did a great job picking out fixtures and everything that's going to tie the great room together rather well. And then you guys have seen the master bathroom. Since it's been wrapped up, the only thing that's changed is we've got the 2 fixtures on the wall there. And we mentioned we're going to put mirrors in. There's actually a mirror company that's going to come and do a mirror, wall mirror on there, not like your normal hanging style mirror. So we're getting close. I still think we should be pretty much wrapped up. Today is Monday. I still think we should be pretty much wrapped up this week with everything getting us to the point where we just need to do our punch list. And you know what? There's one more thing I wanted to show you. I will meet you downstairs in the basement in just a minute and show you what I'm talking about. Well, I'm halfway to the basement. I got distracted. We talked about the painters still having to stain the bullnose going upstairs. Well, there were a couple of risers that weren't installed that are going to have to get painted. The bullnose coming downstairs got to get stained, and he didn't leave us the handrails the last time he was here, or else we would have stained those before they went in. Not a big deal. We can just unmount them, stain them, and hang them back up. And same with the handrail here. And we carried that path lighting on down to the basement, which I like it. I think it looks sharp. I'm biased. Like I said, you guys let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like that style path lighting? Is there a different style that you prefer on stairs? Yeah, let us know below. I'm curious to see what other people are doing out there with them. All right, I lied. There's not enough light. It's pitch black outside right now, and there's not enough light in the little utility cubby here, and we don't have a light mounted in there yet for me to show you what I wanted to show you. I'll show you from back here, and we can show you a little bit later when I come here with light. Back inside of there is where our server rack is for all of the low voltage for the house. The network, the speakers, security. And then we've got our Navien on-demand water heater is mounted, installed, and functioning. And that's one other thing. We finally have running water in the house. They came Friday last week and made the tap in and turned it on. It was 3 months, maybe 4 months to get water hooked up. Normally it's like a 1 to 2 week deal here. So it's normally super quick. Call, they're out, done. Well, this was a little bit of an adventure this year, I guess. Staffing shortages due to COVID, and then the gas utility company couldn't locate their gas main, which is in like the same area as the water tap was. So the gas company just drug it out forever. until they finally figured out where their gas main was and gave us the green light to make the tap. Soon as the water company got the green light, they were out like 2 days later to make the tap, get our water on. So we've got that done, which is great. Thank you for taking the trip through the project with us. If you haven't seen other videos of this house, we have documented the whole series or the whole process of building this home from ground break onto what you see today. So go back and check some of those out, and we've got another project that we're doing the same thing with called our Winterberry project. And as always, do a favor, smash that thumbs up button to help us with the YouTube algorithm, and hit the subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next episode.